Feeling blue. Melania Trump models a form-fitting dress and floral Christian Louboutin heels to greet the president and First Lady of Panama at the White House. Melania Trump took advantage of the warm weather and donned a sleeveless cornflower blue sheath and floral-patterned heels to meet the president of Panama on Monday. The First Lady joined her husband, President Donald Trump, in greeting Panama's President Juan Varela and his wife Lorena Castilla upon their arrival at the South Portico of the White House. The 47-year-old's dress was simple, yet elegant, featuring a three-button design on each of her hips, and she wore minimal jewelry aside from her massive diamond engagement ring. Melania left her golden brown hair down around her shoulders for the meeting, in which her husband and the Panama president are to discuss organized crime, immigration, and fighting drug trafficking. She and her husband posed for photos with Varela and his wife before they headed to the Oval Office for their first face-to-face meeting since the start of Trump's presidency. While Melania opted for a blue frock, Panama's First Lady was equally as bright and cheerful green dress featuring lace sleeves and a lace peplum design. Trump is expected to discuss the U.S. economic partnership with a key Central American leader and ways of addressing unrest in nearby Venezuela. Venezuela has been grappling with anti-government protests and calls for new presidential elections amid major inflation, crime, and food and medical shortages. Trump told reporters in the Oval Office that the Panama Canal is doing quite well. "I think we did a good job building it, right?" he said to Varela, who agreed that they did a very good job. "Things are going well in Panama. The relationship is very strong," Trump added. Opening in 1914, the Panama Canal was built by the United States between 1904 and 1913 and revolutionized sea traffic travel in the region. The canal was under U.S. control until a 1977 agreement led to its transfer to Panama in 1999. The canal recently expanded its locks as part of a $5.25 billion expansion project. Varela went on to note that the U.S. and Panama face many of the same challenges in the region, and the idea of this visit is to work closely together. Trump and Varela discussed organized crime, immigration and fighting drug trafficking during their meeting. The president and First Lady returned to the White House on Sunday after spending just one night at Camp David, the government-owned retreat in Maryland's Catoctin Mountains. Trump, who is nearly 5 months into his presidency, traveled to Camp David for the first time on Saturday with Melania and their 11-year-old son Barron. The president has made no secret of the fact he doesn't like the government-owned retreat in Maryland, favoring his palatial residences in Florida and New Jersey over the wooded hideaway used by many presidents before him. Trump told foreign newspapers earlier this year that Camp David was very rustic and said, "You know how long you'd like it?" For about 30 minutes. Despite the quick return, Melania shared a photo of Camp David to Twitter late Saturday and wrote, "Barron and I enjoying beautiful Camp David."